We just had a great time down at the beach. Now I'm going to wash my dive gear. Here at the shop, we've got this nice big wash tub to rinse stuff out in, but we do it on a commercial scale. You know, we're doing, you know, dozens of divers at any given time. If you're just rinsing out at home, you do it in the bathtub, the garden hose out the yard, any of that stuff works. So I'm going to add just a little bit of this environmentally safe soap to the water. It'll help break loose any little particulate matters that are stuck down in the fibers of the wetsuit. You may not notice it, but there's little things floating around in the water, even if you're in fresh water, and having things like that trapped in those fibers, or like the salt water that we were diving in yesterday, it will crystallize after it's dry, and then those little crystals and those little sand particles and things will rub into the fibers and damage them. So you want to be sure to get that stuff cleaned out. I'm not going to add very much soap, just a little squirt is all it really takes, not much. You don't have to be carried away with the soap. And try to use something environmentally safe, something biodegradable. Yeah, no, you know, things like phosphate-based soaps or anything like that. So I'm just going to dump my dive, or my wetsuit, my dive gear, my wetsuit down in here in the water. Give it a little squish around. Doesn't have to be fancy about it. And it's not like you're washing out your dirty mechanic jeans. You're just rinsing the salt out or rinsing the pond scum off of it. That's all it is. And in this other tank, we've got some rinse water. So I'm going to give it a little rinse. Down inside the gloves. Yeah. Alright, so gloves, I don't really want to go through the trouble of turning these all inside out. But I do want the water to run out of them. You can figure something out with a bent up coat hook or something. Here at the shop, we just stick it down here in between tanks or over the tank necks. That way that the water has a way to drain out the wrist right here. Pretty much the same thing with the boots. Just gonna fill up the boots a little bit with this soapy water, give it a little squish. If you think you have stuff in the zippers of your boots, it's not a bad idea that when you go to the rinse cycle or down into a paint bucket or whatever, open and close those zippers a couple times and look right down in here underneath the bottom of the zipper. Make sure that right down in that little pocket you don't have any little sand stuck in there that's going to get you later on, okay? Or mud or grime or whatever it is. My other boot's in here somewhere. There it is. Check down in there, make sure nothing's in there. There we go. That's good. Just like that. Alright, so like my hooded vest right here, it's right side out. But like tomorrow, I'm going to be on the boat. So I'm going to want the part that's going to end up against my skin, I'm going to want it to be the driest. Otherwise it's that kind of creepy cold wetsuit feeling. So I'm going to turn it inside out for tonight so that by the morning, when I get down to the boat, that inside part that's going to be going against my skin first, it'll be the driest. I don't really care if there's a little bit of moisture on the outside of it. One morning, I'm just gonna hang that up to dry and drip overnight. See, like my top half of my Farmer John is already inside out. So I'm just gonna leave it that way. A little rinse here. On a hanger, and if you'll notice, these hangers are super heavy duty thick for the weight of a wetsuit. If you don't have these kind of hangers, a regular household plastic hanger will work. Just like use like 3 at a time. Use them in little bundles, and that'll support the weight. just dabbed the camera down here, the camera lens down in the sink. So this water was clear tap water when I started, and even though I just rinsed one wetsuit with it, as you can see, there was quite a bit of crud trapped in the suit, and that's, you know, got to come out of there so that the fibers and everything last longer and the crud's not cutting into your suit and getting stinky later on when it's put away if you're not using it all the time. And that's about it. It's just that easy. You don't have to put a lot of effort into cleaning your gear, but a little effort will go a long way when it comes to washing that stuff out. See you in the next class.